In today's expedition, we will explore the Bent Pyramid, attributed to the Old Kingdom Pharaoh Sneferu, located in Dahshur, approximately 40 kilometers south of Cairo. The Bent Pyramid is also known as the White Pyramid. I find this interesting because in Dahshur we also have the Black Pyramid and the Red Pyramid. This immediately reminds me of the three core alchemical stages, which are Negredo, the blackening, Albedo, the whitening, and Rubedo, the reddening. It is interesting that these colors also comprise the flag of Egypt. Sometimes there is a fourth alchemical stage, known as Citronides, and represented in yellow. Perhaps there is a fourth pyramid in Dahshur with this designation.
Welcome back. I'm Lex Levy, and this is Ancient Odysseys. Today we're in Dahshur at the Bent Pyramid. We're going to carry out some research inside. Let's go.
In today's expedition, we will journey inside the Bent Pyramid to complete 2 research objectives for an Isida Project Mission. Then, we will travel the exterior perimeter and investigate the magnetic anomalies of the Eastern Temple at a structure known as the Chapel and its dual pillar system. Then, we will examine the substructure of the satellite pyramid.
We are standing at the northwestern corner of the Bent Pyramid. take a look at the remaining casing stones made of limestone and the marvelous engineering of this pyramid. It's razor sharp.
The bent pyramid has a height of approximately 105 meters. Its lower slope is at an angle of 54 degrees, and its upper slope at an angle of 43 degrees. It is because of the marvelous engineering of this pyramid that most of the casing stones still remained intact. Because of these slope angles, the casing stones are inclined inwards toward the center of the pyramid, making it extremely difficult to dislodge and quarry away.
It's a clear day, so in the distance, you can see to the east the black pyramid attributed to Amenhotep III, made of mud brick. Now we're going to make our way to the northern entrance. Follow me. And looking down, there's this odd ring of river stones.
Here we have a schematic of the internal structures done by Fakri that will help orient you as we explore. The bent pyramid has two entrances, a northern and a western. We will enter through the northern entrance.
All right, come with me as we descend the northern passage.
This is a schematic of the descending passage, antechamber, and the lower chamber. Here you see the approximate location of the fracture that we'll have a close look at. The apex of the lower chamber is approximately where the natural bedrock level is.
Bye.
A couple sections of the descending passage. This one here. Blocks removed, and we're also going to try out another new feature of the GoPro. Boom.
Okay, I'm in the descending passage. We're going to look at this first break here.
Completely eroded, which I just presented recent episode on the Missouri Channel, which was actually my original hypothesis for the function of this structure. But at the time of the writing of the first book, I didn't have all the evidence. That's pretty damn good, actually. You can see here the erosion. And now you can see the here.
Okay, we just climbed the descending passage. Now we're going to make our way to the lower chamber.
Yep.
We have traveled the descending passageway and will now enter the antechamber. We will now explore the lower chamber system and the structure known as the chimney. You can see the corbelled vaulted ceiling. I'm hearing many chirps from bats today. Directly in front of us is what is known as the chimney. And this is a structure of interest today. Here is a 3D rendering done by Keith Hamilton, showing the descending passage, antechamber, lower chamber, chimney, and its shaft. The blocks in yellow represent a limestone portcullis system.
We are now in the lower chamber system. This is the antechamber at the bottom of the northern shaft. You can see the vaulted ceiling. There's some bats hanging out there. This structure here is known as the chimney. Now follow me as we ascend the stairway to the connecting passage that leads to the primary chamber. Let's go. We're now at the apex of the lower chamber. And now we're going to crawl to the connecting passage.
Now we will explore the connecting tunnel. It is located between the northern and western room systems. It begins at the very top of the lower chamber. As you will see, it appears that the connecting tunnel was originally laid while the construction of the pyramid was underway, or made by someone who knew the pyramid internal structure very well, because it would be near impossible to connect the two different room systems of the pyramid's interior without knowing their locations, and without having special equipment. The tunnel enters a horizontal passage with an intersection. The left wing of it leads to the upper chamber, and the right to the end of the western descending passage.
Now we're going to explore the connecting passage, which is part of our objective for today. You can see the fossils in the limestone.
We were able to acquire a full LiDAR scan of the connecting tunnel. Here is a preview of our preliminary results.
There's some airflow.
We will now explore the horizontal passage and peer into the western descending passage. In the horizontal passage, there are two portcullis systems, one in the east and one in the west. There is a shaft before the western portcullis, which is now covered with wood. Its depth is about 4 meters, and the bottom is filled with sand, so the true depth is unknown. The movement of the eastern portcullis system is blocked by a pair of wooden logs, which is why I do not like to stay under it for long. Its present position allows you to get to the upper chamber. All right, we just crawled through the connecting passage. We are now in the western shaft. To my left is one of two portcullis. And this shaft exits the pyramid on the western side, which I can show you later. Here we have a 3D rendering done by Keith Hamilton of the western portion of the horizontal passage. Here we have the shaft and the portcullis system. This is a photo taken from within the shaft. This is a diagram of the western portcullis system. And you can see the plug block is engaged. This is a 3D rendering of the descending western passage. And a photo from within the descending western passage, looking east, taken by my colleagues at the Isida Project. They were able to explore the entirety of this passage, climbing by rope, all the way to the external access. I love this photo. Now this portion of the western shaft has been expanded. You can see the chisel marks. And looking below, you can see a shaft. Left is the connecting passage. And here is the second portcullis, which I don't like to stand under. It's supported by a wooden beam. And there's a corbelled ceiling with some bats above. Here's the other side. And now follow me to the primary chamber. At the bottom of the platform, within the upper chamber, there is a breach that extends 2 directions. 2 meters to the north and about 30 centimeters to the south. It appears that the tunnel makers did not push southward because they faced an anomalous quartzite structure which blocked the way. This quartzite structure is found in the center of the pyramid room system, denoted in red. We will now investigate the primary upper chamber. The height of the upper chamber is approximately 16.5 meters tall. And looking up, there is little visible geometric detail on the incredibly eroded, shapeless steps which form the vaulted chamber ceiling. The traces of work of the ancient restorers can be seen by the pink and white cement, as well as the red marks on the surfaces of the damaged limestone masonry. What caused this local destruction of the upper part of the chamber? I believe my husband, Jeffrey Drum, at the Land of Chem, has solved this mystery.
Here's the apex of the primary chamber. The remains of a vaulted ceiling. And this platform that we're standing on is a modern addition. This concludes our expedition into the Bent Pyramid. Please like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more epic adventures from Ancient Odysseys. Now, we will do some research off camera.
If you want to help support our expeditions and research, pick up some new badass Ancient Odysseys merch. The link is in the video description below. Fitted tees, stickers, shorts, and explorer packs are now available. Thank you all very much.
Some of the casing stones have been removed. And I'm hoping you can, so there's a huge area of the drip staining there, all of these areas where it looks like pockmarks where casing stones have been removed. There's this extremely red drip staining. It looks very much like iron oxide type material. That still appear to have this reddish coating.
مرشد؟
أنا آسف مش فاهم. أنا
guide.
بعالم مصري.
Oh.
This much. Yeah.
هنا الهرم ده موصل لده تحت.
Yes, yes, inside.
Yes.
Yeah. It's open?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello. Unexcavated back toward the central structure. And they climbed down onto that tier that you can see there. And there is some red ochre paint on this wall. And I'll show you guys when we get outside and I get some service back. That appears to be a drawing of that shaft system.
Are you talking about right here, back in front of me?
Yeah, so they went down onto that wings there. We're in Dahshur at Bent's Pyramid.
You're in Dahshur?
Yes, yes. Are you coming at 4:30?
Yeah, I'm in my way.
Okay, okay, perfect. We'll see you here in a little bit.
Okay, my friend.
Okay, tamam, shukran.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
If you want to help support our expeditions and research, pick up some new badass Ancient Odysseys merch. The link is in the video description below. Fitted tees, stickers, shorts, and explorer packs are now available. Also, please subscribe to our 2 new channels here on YouTube. Egyptian Trash Cats, where we document our saga in caring for the street cats of Egypt, and Egypt Eats, for all of our crazy culinary adventures. Thank you all very much.